Right, so here we go. And we'll just watch out for when they come over, because I said I wasn't going to have any of the staff or anyone on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, I don't think they're going to want that, innit?
Should we just wait for her to come?
No, we're rolling.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
My man, how you doing? Good to see
you,
man.
off guard there.
You did. Honestly, you did.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Luton's Deadpool podcast with me today, Luton's Deadpool. And we've got my friend as well. And do you know what? I'm just going to let him introduce himself, because honestly, we talk so much, yeah? And I don't think I can do him the justice of an introduction. So please introduce yourself. Tell the world who you are and what you're doing here.
Hi, guys. I'm Junaid Malik, born and bred Lutonian, Luton Town supporter, graduate of University of Bedfordshire, small service at Luton Hoo Hotel, Golf and Spa, followed by a decent 4.5-year service of IT at London Luton Airport, then into contracting for a short while. Recent IT contract was for the NHS, delegating different doctor surgeries and upgrading their systems and integrating them with patient systems. Once that finished, I had a qualification of personal training level 3. So I carried out my personal training journey as a personal trainer and a strength coach, which is going really well. Probably the best decision I've made in my life. And happy to be here. Obviously, bumped into this guy, Deadpool, at the 5K run I did for Love Luton.
That was amazing.
That was probably one of the best days for my town for a long time. And it was great to speak to you that day. And here we are after a little workout recently and a conversation. And thank you very much for having me.
Oh, bro,
thank you so much, guys.
No, seriously, it's my pleasure to have you on. Just listen to the things that you've been doing and how far you've come on your journey, and then like how you've sort of pivoted as well, and you've completely changed everything that you was doing.
Took a massive risk.
It's wicked to hear like you talk about it, man, because you know, I've been in a position where I was doing jobs that, you know, I enjoyed, but it wasn't right. Yeah, I didn't love it. I wasn't like thrilled to come into work. Do you know what I mean? So I can totally relate. Like when you told me your story when we was at the gym, you said like how you'd been in IT and stuff, and then you've just completely changed, and now you're just this absolute gym freak, man. And like I just want to point this out because it's really funny, man. Like I saw it this morning. I was just on your Instagram, just looking through your photos, and there's one of you by the pyramid, and you're just like this.
Oh yeah, Cairo.
I swear to God, you look like an Egyptian god, bro. It was perfect. You're just like, oh, like
it was just one of them moments.
I feel the energy in the photo, man. It's crazy.
I kid you not. You know, when I was around there, even I felt energy.
Yeah.
Like so many people from different parts of the world traveling just to see that place. And my hotel, literally, our room view was the pyramid. So it was fantastic. They were not too far away. But yeah, Egypt's a nice place. And obviously training and having advantages of having a good physique. Yeah, it's a lot of commitment. But like you said, photos like that make it look
man, it looks insane. Anybody that wants to see this, like, man, we'll put it up. Like, I'll have it pop up as we're talking about this now. Yeah, so then it'll be like here or up here. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's going to pop up, and we'll show people because it's an absolutely fantastic photo, bro. It's
brilliant, man. Thank you, I appreciate that.
But yeah, like I mean, you just like seeing how much dedication you have to your fitness is like it makes ordinary people look at it and go, "Oh man, I can't do that." Right?
But that's not true.
Do you know that? Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it? Like when I talk to people about you, they're just like, yeah, but I could never be like that.
That's what they think.
And it's not true at all, is it? I mean, have you always been like this? Or?
No, I started training in 2010, to be honest. I started late compared to a lot of my friends that were in the gym, looking much bigger and better than me. And I was probably the weakest out of all my friends at the time. And I thought to myself, you know what, I really need to change up my lifestyle and bring health into it because I know that's going to change it. Then I was going to start university and studying for my degree. So it was just a no-brainer. I just went into it and then never looked back. I just wanted to always look good and feel good and have a good physique and a good shape. And inspired by Bruce Lee, to be honest.
Really?
When I used to watch a lot of movies when I was young, man, I used to have a good physique. And I used to be like, one day I want a six-pack or I might have to look good and be ripped and stuff like that. And you know what? Work hard and your dreams can become reality, man.
Yeah, honestly, man. No, I definitely agree. I love that as well. That like you was into Bruce Lee. I was a massive Bruce Lee.
There you go, man.
Massive. I was more Jackie Chan though.
Yeah, that afterwards he was more hilarious.
Oh man, Jackie Chan's insane, man. And do you know what? He doesn't really get credited for it as well. But Like he's ripped himself as well
Yeah,
throughout
great
most of
physique.
his
Even
life.
Jet Li, him and Jet Li, they're
Yeah,
all,
man.
them guys, they're
You
super
don't really,
athletes.
you don't really like associate martial artists with being super athletes, though, do you? You just think
Definitely.
of them fighting.
But they
People
are
kind
super
of forget
athletes.
like
The
how.
fitness levels.
Yeah, man. Like, have you ever done any fighting stuff?
Bit of Muay Thai, a bit of boxing, but nothing too serious. I
Yeah.
just try to keep myself in shape and be able to move quick.
Yeah. I'd
And
love to see you do ultra white collar.
oh, yeah, that would be amazing.
I'd
But maybe
love
in
to
the
see
future.
that.
I've got too much things going on. I'm also
Yeah.
become an ambassador for Luton Foodbank.
Yes,
After
I know. That's
recent
amazing.
conversation with Amma and Salma, lovely people. Honestly, they do so much for the community behind closed doors, and they don't get recognized for it. And I kid you not, one of the reasons I'm doing it, I told them this as well. When I used to be at the University of Bedfordshire, I used to be a member of staff there, as well as studying events management at the same time. There used to be loads of homeless people around town, and they still are. One day I saw a van pull up, and that time they didn't have signs on it. We're running downstairs to see, and it was them guys, Luton Foodbank, giving food out to these homeless people. And from then, I knew that I have to do something in the future with them. And God has blessed me with so many opportunities to help them out, volunteer and stuff like that. And now I'm fully backing them to be the ambassador and try to get more business on board for them. Obviously, there's a lot of successful businesses in Luton that can make a small contribution, a small sponsorship each month, and that will make such a massive difference to some of the people in our town that are the less fortunate. So with that being said, that's one of the main reasons I'm doing it.
Man, that's wicked, man. No, like you're everything that I love about people in this town.
Literally, man. Thanks, man.
There's also the knife.
Knife crime, yes. Change your life, put down the knife. I started that a few years ago at Luton Sixth Form College. You know Anissa.
Yeah.
It was through her. She's the PR person there. Fantastic person to work with. Very professional. We've made that happen 2 years in a row. Now, third year coming. Hopefully we've got a meeting with her soon so we can discuss potential future, the third one coming up. But the last one was massive because I had Luton Town Football Club, a local boxing academy that's been running for a very long time, mixed martial arts, Fitness for You gym, the equipment, and Sohail from Golden Arrow Artery and Discover Islam also.
Yeah, man.
So it was a fantastic event.
All of them people are, again, part of this really unique group of people in Luton.
I fully agree.
We're so blessed, aren't we? We
have definitely are with these kind of people.
Where it's like, you know all the names, you know who they are. Do you know what I mean? And they're genuinely doing good work.
And the work they're carrying out is, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a lie, 100%.
Yeah, because you do get charities set up across different places where they have all the good intentions, but they're just so caught up in the bureaucracy of the place,
the political place, and stuff like that.
They never actually get to doing any work. Do you know what I mean?
Correct, I agree.
But here in Luton, we're so lucky because someone comes up with an idea, and then 2 or 3 people get behind it, and then it becomes a real thing, and then it actually starts to help people. Like, you know,
there's so many wonderful things going on in our town right now that obviously most of the time the media doesn't show. They like to get the negative parts and just say, this, that. But honestly, as a community, from the 5K run, you can see when it comes down to things, we come together as a community, and it is very, very lovely to see that, honestly.
So what was your time in the 5K?
I think it was about 24 minutes or something like that.
Minutes.
Yeah, but
that's
keeping in mind, I'd never ever run. I never run.
Really?
I used to run before, like small, like 2K or
so that was your first time with Luton Lions?
That was my first time. And Mushtaq, very, very lovely person.
He's great.
A massive member in this community. Big shout out to Mushtaq. Big shout out to Mushtaq. Brother Mushtaq, I love him.
I love him 100%,
so much. Man. He makes a lot of things happen for this town.
Yeah.
And
on a personal level,
when it's due, 100%.
He's just been a really good friend, and he's helped me with some things and given advice. And Amy as well, who works at Community Interest Luton. The pair of them,
that team there, man.
They're
insane.
Incredible. And
incredible people, man. More people like that in our town.
It fills me with so much pride. I almost can't believe that they're real. Do you know what I mean?
They do so much work, man.
Because growing up as a kid, that's what I wanted from the world. I wanted to see people who highlight really good people, fund really good projects, and then, you know, they've got really true.
And they're always there supporting it. Mushtaq is always there supporting it, 100%, man. I agree.
I love it. And then he's never like out in the forefront wanting the limelight. Do you know what I mean? Like, he deserves so many more plaudits than what he gets.
100% here. Plaudits from us,
Mushtaq. Just for Mushtaq. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I feel like everybody in Luton should know who he is.
Yes, definitely. No, but he is the popular figure as well. He is a popular figure. The work he's carried out in the community,
you know, I didn't know about him until my first Community Interest Awards. And, you know, I was a person that lived in Luton but wasn't a part of, like, I didn't really, like, get involved with anything community-wise before 2020, really.
Yeah,
I was just sort of existing here.
yeah.
And I didn't know about any of the stuff that was going on. And you know, it was all news to me as I started to do my own charity stuff. And I started to hear the names, and then I'd see the work, and I'd be like, oh my God, they've been doing this for 13 years.
Yeah, kid,
Like,
you know what?
do you know what I mean?
Recently, like, I shouldn't be saying too much, but I'm gonna say I put so much energy and help in helping certain people that didn't appreciate it. But now, right now, the decisions I've made in the last 6 months have been the best decisions of my life. And the people I'm around, I'm so blessed to be around. People like yourself, people like Mushtaq, so many other people that are doing so much fantastic work for the community. And it is brilliant to be part of it. I'm so looking forward to carrying out more good work. As I'm just going to let you know, as we are live on the podcast with my friend Deadpool, that I shall be running for councillor for Biscuit Ward.
Oh, you're announcing this now?
Yes, I'm announcing it now. On your show. I thought I'll give you a little surprise.
Wow.
I've recently been attending meetings for safeguarding young adults in Luton, and I do believe I can put a lot of things on the table in regards to, not just in regards to sports and stuff like that, in regards to employment fairs and stuff like that, having good connections with former organizations that I've worked with. And another thing I would like to say before we carry on that is there is an event coming up next year at the airport. We're going to announce it now because it's been authorized by the fire commander. Thank you so much, Paul. We love you so much. You are a legend. And it's going to be Deadlift with Deadpool at London Luton Airport. Charity fundraiser for for Luton Foodbank, and they are currently the charity partner also with authorization from the Foodbank team. This is going to be a fantastic event. You're going to see myself and Deadpool there, and people coming to do a deadlift, whether it's just a bar, whether it's weights, it's entirely up to them. As long as they make a donation, we'll hopefully organize a link just before the day comes, and the date should be announced soon.
This is going to be crazy.
This is going to be amazing.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm so happy for you that you just announced these two things on my podcast. Yeah, that's like amazing, man. Let's talk about what you're running for.
First. Councillor. Yeah? So Biscuit Ward. So I went to school at Denby.
Okay, so that's why you're choosing Biscuit.
That's not one of the only reasons. I believe I can help make a difference, because not just going to that school and being alumni to the school, a lot of bad things have happened on that strip in the last 4 or 5 years. And I believe I can help make a difference by getting more of the young adults into sports initiatives, having the school available. Hopefully, if I do win and become successful in winning, I will communicate with the schools to have open days on the weekend where the kids can come, or their parents can come with the kids, get involved in activities, sports. There's so many things available to them at their disposal that even the parents are not aware of, and that I want to make them aware of. I want to help make a difference with, obviously, having connections with my former employers, Community Interest Luton, so many other things. I believe that I can come there and make a difference.
Yeah, no, I totally believe that as well. And I think you've got a good heart and a good mind.
Thank you so much.
I think that
I have no agenda. I told them, even when I was applying when I went through Lib Dems and everything, they asked, what do you have? I was like, the only thing I want for my town or myself is to be able to have the sports portfolio for the town, because I believe I can have a much more impact than current.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I can see within yourself that all you've ever done is try to help. Like, you've never been the type to seek fame and glory.
Literally,
or
I don't want that, man.
Anything.
No, I even told them I don't even want my wage.
If you wanted money, you should have stayed in IT. Do you know what I mean? That's the fact.
Even if this is what I tell some of my clients, I've got some really, really good clients, and I thank them so much for trusting me with their health. And I tell them straight, listen, I'm not after your money. If I was after your money, I'll go back into IT on a day rate as a contractor, and I was making really good money. It's not the money I want. It's the results. It's the changing your health, is the changing your mindset, is making you a better person, making you feel better. That's all the things I'm after. It's not even about ego for me. Like, going in there, there's so many other PTs. I don't tell my clients I'm better than this PT, or I'm better than this PT, or I'm the best. I tell them, if you want to change your health, you change your mindset, you want to be able to look good, feel good, have that positive mindset, then come work with me, and I promise you I will make it happen for you. And so far, so good.
No, that's awesome, man. Where do you train mostly?
I work in St. Albans.
Oh, you work in St. Albans?
I work in St. Albans, because definitely the Luton market is totally different to St. Albans market.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I've got some really good clients there, and I'm happy there. I carry out strength and conditioning classes, like Luton Grappling Club. They trusted me to become their strength and conditioning coach, and it's going really well there. Dr. Salman, he's a really good guy. He's also doing Luton Sixth Form College and stuff like that. And the whole team there is really, really good. really professional. I'll put them through something similar to what I was putting yourself through.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Should
and
we
them
talk
guys.
about that?
Yeah, let's
Should we
talk about
that
that.
actually? Because that was. Do you know what? That was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like.
And them Luton Grappling Club, lot,
is that what you're doing?
They fly through it. Yeah, they fly through it, and there's some really strong-minded guys there.
Look,
honestly,
man, I need to get fit.
You're welcome to come there on a Sunday.
So
they'll love to have you there.
I want to do something on a Sunday as well. So
come, man. Honestly, 12:30 to 1:30. You're more than welcome.
January, obviously, look. I look at the Christmas period as being the time.
It's a very busy period for you. I saw the amount of time you're in town centre this month.
No, but I'm like a bear, yeah. When it comes to winter time, I just eat any because I think I'm going to hibernate.
It happens. New year, new me. That's what they call it. New year, new me. A lot of new members in the gym in January.
Yeah. Well, I go to the gym at the moment. I just I'm a bit lazy. I just sort of go and sit on the bike for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Just keep my heart rate up and do
absolutely. Some people just go into fitness, just to keep themselves.
Yeah. But no, what I want, and we've spoken a little bit about this. From January, I want you to turn me into a bona fide superhero.
Don't worry, man. We're going to do that,
I've
man.
got the height, I've got the frame.
You've got everything for it. And I've got the perfect program for you. I kid you not. I have the perfect program for you. And if you follow that program for 6 months, your life will change. And you're going to thank not just me, but yourself for showing that commitment and dedication.
Well, this is what we're going to do.
Go on, I'm all in.
So, from January, let's start documenting this shit.
Yeah. That's the whole process.
We'll do a whole thing for the people out there to watch and see my journey.
Yeah. Let's blog ill.
Exactly.
Honestly,
do the whole thing, and maybe like during it as well, we could talk about like other healthy things, like how to eat, like what to eat, and
100%. I'm not a nutritionist, but I can guide you slowly.
Man, I know you're going to know more than me. Look at you. Do you know what I mean? Man. This is the thing. What I don't. If I see someone that looks like you, in my mind, I don't need to know your qualifications.
Absolutely.
I don't need to know them because I can see you know how to look after yourself. So maybe you know how to.
It's a lot of hard work, man. People don't understand that. A lot of negativity you get, like people will say steroids and stuff like that, but they don't see the 10, 12 years that you've been training hard, day in, day out, 6 days a week in the gym, hitting it hard every single day. The diet, the food, eating clean, missing out all the junk food while your friends are having all the junk food in front of you. You're still eating healthy. You're still keeping that mindset. You're still up before everybody else in the morning. You're the first person in the gym with the clients, doing your clients, all of that, then doing your own training workout, then having your own little rest. It's a flexible lifestyle. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I can see that.
Clients in the evening, you can come home during the daytime. Yeah, man, it's beautiful.
It sounds amazing.
It's wonderful.
It sounds amazing.
Honestly, I think it's the best decision I've made so far in my life.
Now, Like, what's your plan for your business and what do you want from it?
So slowly, I'm just building up my client base at the moment. The plan in the future is to go fully online and then obviously focus on other things as well. Not just my own fitness and other clients' fitness, but other departments of health as well. So hopefully, I've got a plan, but let's see how it goes.
I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. And do you know what? Just before we get too excited, let me just check this is working. Because if you watch the podcast, you'll know that I have to get up every now and then, and it's still working.
Excellent.
We're good, and you look great.
Cheers, buddy. You look better.
Let's have a little drink break as well, man. I'm bloody boiling. We're at Venue 360 at the moment. Big up Venue 360. But I called them up this morning and said, could we use the facility? And they said yes straight away. Like, without any
Thank you, Venue 360. See, I told you they're going to be all right.
They're amazing. They haven't asked me for any money. They haven't asked me to even buy anything. They just said, yeah, set up. And then thank you to you for getting me a drink, man.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Really.
Nah, it's all right. But yeah, it's been wonderful, man.
There we go. You know, it's great. I have like this problem with the mask, it's so flipping hot underneath here.
I can imagine mate, that whole outfit, man. But it looks like you're going to keep warm in this weather, man.
Do you know what? It's too warm. I come outside in the cold and it's like my head is just sweating. It's boiling, And I have a drink. If it's a cold drink, I can then breathe out and it's like aircon in there.
So you got your system figured out, haven't you?
I have, man. Before I took out a little, during the summer I had like a little lunchbox thing filled with ice cubes. I just put an ice cube in my mouth and just like exhale, and it just goes all around the mask. It's great, man. It's great.
Oh man.
But yes, it's the things you don't think about when it comes to doing this sort of thing. Like the amount of times that you end up sewing in the early hours of the morning. You never expect that that's going to be part of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like when I first started this, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. I'm gonna be a superhero, and like nobody's gonna know who I am, and I'm gonna have this secret identity. And
Oh,
like,
man.
it all sounds so cool. And then 3 in the morning,
100%.
I'm sitting there poking myself with a needle, like cutting myself, and like, I'm not even very good at sewing in the first place.
But you've done a fantastic job so far, buddy.
Oh,
I tell you
man,
that much.
barely. Yes, this is holding up, but I'm getting a new suit really soon. I don't know if I've talked about my new suit on here yet, but
No, you haven't. But let's do it because I'll give you 2 surprises. So you give me 2 surprises now. Come on.
No, we'll do a couple. I've got a couple of things
Excellent.
if you want to talk about them. But, yeah, so I've got a new suit coming. It's coming from Pakistan, actually. Yeah?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, they're using camel leather there. And because apparently it's like super stretchy, but super durable. And it's going to have like a lining in it. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the lining. But the lining is very strong and almost stab-proof.
Excellent.
So, yeah, I'm like well excited. This suit is going to be legit. And yeah, it's currently being made at the moment, and the mask's being done, and that's what I'm going to be using to jump.
All right, listen, how about this now, yeah? Because you said this, yeah? When your suit comes, the first person to train with you in that suit is going to be me.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a deal. Let's shake on it.
Definitely.
You guys watching, yeah?
100%, 100%. I'm going to die again in the suit.
Nah, you're going to be fine. This time I'm keeping you for a full hour. Listen, this time I'm keeping you for a full hour. Last time you ran away. This time I'm keeping you for a full hour.
I did as well. I literally ran.
Mate,
first chance I got, I just
my mate wanted to run away.
The door was there, and I just ran. But yeah, your mate didn't get out.
Yeah, he wanted to run away, but there was nowhere to run for him because he came with me.
How did he go?
Yeah, he was alright.
He was alright. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. He was struggling. He didn't have the mask on.
Yeah, he was alright.
Could you imagine if, like, I don't know. I reckon like I could do most of your session if I didn't have the suit on.
I think so as well. I think you carry it out really good.
But this is the thing.
But I think you should come on Sunday to the grappling club. Just bring your mask.
I can't this Sunday. No, I can't this Sunday.
No, in the new year I'm talking about.
In the new year, yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Just bring your mask. Just wear normal tracking. Don't have to wear your full outfit. Just wear your mask and come, man. I swear you'll love it.
That's fine. Yeah. No, I'll do that.
Them guys will be happy to have you over.
Yeah, man. No, I'm well excited to do something like that. Because
I'll go on surprise. Tell me another thing.
Okay, let me think.
What's happening?
So, the Luton Food Challenge. I know.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So
talk to me about that.
So yeah, what we're doing is I've got a couple of people. There's not many details I can completely reveal yet because there's people that are involved.
But it's a food competition, right?
It's a food competition. So it was going to be the Luton Chicken Challenge, initially, because I was like, I want to have I want to basically crown the new Chicken King, seeing as Chicken George is gone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but then as I've been formulating the idea and I've been talking to people, I've realised like that's too small. Yeah, and like.
I like it. You're thinking out of the box.
Yeah, it's too small. But then not only that, there's too many places that do really unhealthy chicken, or like where they don't use good cuts of meat, and then my competition size is going to be quite small. So I thought I'm just going to expand it to all food. Like, so I'm going to go. I've already got my list of people to contact. I've got 5 restaurants so far that are like confirmed,
willing to go on board,
willing to do it, and then I've probably got about 25 more to contact. So yeah, anybody out there that wants to recommend a restaurant or even a takeaway, I'm not fussed. Just as long as there is going to be like a health element to the judging. So obviously, I want people to bear that in mind. Like,
yeah, of course.
Like, I don't want to have something that's just filled with grease. Do you know what I mean? I want people to be showcasing good, healthy, tasty food. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole point of it. And then
sounds like you're going to bring a lot of communities together here.
Yeah, I want
this sounds
to.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the every different kind of style of food that we have. Like, we've got Lebanese restaurants, we've got
that's what I mean.
Polish restaurants, we've got Afghan restaurants, we've got Indian restaurants, we've got Greek restaurants, Turkish restaurants. Like, man, the amount of there's the
amount of diverse restaurants we've got in our town is absolutely insane,
Romanian
isn't it?
Restaurants now as well. So, like, I've got all these people that I want to contact, and I'm just going to say to them this. It's very simple. Bring me the best thing that you can make, yeah? And then I will be judging with another 2 judges, and we're going to taste the food. We're going to mark it out of 10 on each card. It's a possible score of 30, right? And then the top 3 people, by the end of it, get crowned first, second, third. But then the top person is the food champ of Luton.
Mate, that sounds fantastic.
I don't know if I'm going to give him a belt, like a wrestling belt.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stuck between the two because I think a crown's pretty cool, but a wrestling belt is like
belt you
Like,
can hold up.
innit? Do you know
Crown
what I
you're not
mean?
gonna hold up. You're just gonna put it on your head. At least a belt you can hold up in many different ways. So
Put
I
on your
think stick with
shoulder
the
like
belt.
the Rock.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The people's champ.
Yeah, exactly.
The people's food.
Yeah,
The
man.
people's food comp.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I want to make it something that, it, like you say, it brings together loads of different communities. Maybe exposes people to different kinds of food. Because even if, say, for instance, I've got 30 competitors, right? There's only 3 winners. But each one of the competitors will have their food shown on my page.
Mate, you better have
because I'm gonna,
couple of big buckets.
Oh, mate, it's gonna, yeah. Well, this is why there's 3 of them.
puking.
There's 3 people because we're gonna share each dish, and hopefully we don't get too full.
Wow. I'm
yeah, it's
definitely going to
just a
support that.
tasting.
I'll definitely support that, man.
Yeah, man.
100%.
This is the thing. I'm gonna need people to come like sponsor or to just come and help on the day or whatever. Yeah, like, but yeah, I just anybody that has any ideas for me, any advice, like whatever, it's gonna happen. But the more help that I get with it, the better it can be. Like I'm looking for a venue as well at the moment. There's a couple of places I've got in mind. Like I'm thinking even maybe here where we're at right now.
Here's good,
This
but
is a beautiful place.
the thing is, because you're going to have a lot of external people coming in and maybe a lot of food, that's the only thing you might have to speak to them. But if not, we can speak to Dallo Community Centre.
Yeah.
Maybe we can speak to Dallo Community Centre.
Yeah.
And I was also going to say to you, let's do a live. I'll speak to Inspire FM. Let's do a live for Foodbank very soon.
Yeah, sure.
Where we can try to raise some money over the phone and see what we can do in a couple of hours or 2-3 hours.
Mate, I'm up for that. Yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, so I'll speak to Brother Tariq. He's really good, always supporting the community. You must see him.
Do you know
every single event.
I was supposed to go to something in Lucy when they had. Do you remember when they had the big?
Was it the Eid?
Was it Eid?
It might have been Eid.
I don't know.
Because that's where they have it normally.
When they had the big fun fair.
Yeah, it must have been Eid. Yeah, go on.
And I was unwell, man.
Oh, bless you, man.
So I couldn't come, and it's the only event I've seen of his.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing something in town right now, aren't they? Inspire FM.
They do a few things.
I think they've got like stalls open or something in town.
What, today?
Yeah.
Something must be going on then.
Something must be going on.
They've always got something going on.
Or something each day for the next 4 days or something like that.
What I'll do is I'll speak to Tariq.
Yeah.
And I'll let him know that we're doing an event.
They'll go, Tariq, we're coming for you.
We're coming for you, Tariq. I'll speak to him and hopefully it should be all right. I'll let him know that we're doing an event at the airport for Luton Foodbank. And if we can come on air and just make a few people aware that we're going to be carrying that out and hopefully see if we can get any donations on the day.
That sounds awesome.
Start it all off. And deadlift with Deadpool at London Luton Airport for Luton Foodbank is going to be probably the biggest event to start the year.
Oh, telling me, mate. Do you know what? I see 2023 as being a big year. It's going to be a humongous 100%. Year. And for me and you, we're going to do so many cool
That's why I said to you, I've got an idea. When I told you what I wanted to do, you were up for it straight away. So I emailed whoever I had the contact in the airport.
Yeah, I don't even need to know any more after that.
Perfect.
I will make the date work.
Hopefully they just confirm the date that I've sent them. I think it was January the something, 17th or something. A weekday. It'll be perfect. And I kid you not, it's going to be probably the best event in the beginning of the year. And they're going to love it.
We need to get some like big sort of people around Luton, like sporting figures in Luton to come if you can as well.
I was trying to get maybe a few players from Luton Town Football Club.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool. But obviously Mr. Jones has left now. I don't know who the new manager is. And can't get to the new manager. We need a few contacts in Luton Town Football Club. If you're watching, if any of you are going to watch this podcast, please get us some players.
Get some players. That's
even some of the staff to come.
Maybe Harry the Hatter.
There you go.
Like anything that you want to provide us with, we'll be more than happy to.
More than happy to. Anything for the Foodbank. And hopefully you guys hear this and send us a couple of players. And it'll make...
We're doing a podcast. Yeah.
It's Deadpool.
Thank you.
It's Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm Deadpool, yeah. She called me Spider-Man.
Yeah, she called you Spidey. Still, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens all the time. See you later. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, oh, mate, you wouldn't believe, like that is the most common thing that I hear wherever I go is, oh, look, it's Spider-Man. And every time a little piece of me dies, when someone says that.
Wait till your new suit comes, they'll all know you're Deadpool.
Oh no, they won't. Do you know what? I've been walking around before with the swords and the guns and everything, and people still call me Spider-Man.
Oh man, don't worry, it's all right, man.
Some guy called me Batman before, and I thought he was joking. And no, he was being deadly serious. He thought I was Batman.
Dear oh dear. Some people just don't watch Marvel, then I'll say.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But like, do you know, I love like when somebody just doesn't know anything at all about what any of this is and how freaked out they look. And sometimes like people will be walking towards me, and then they see me, and then I see them jump a little bit like this. And then they like go around me, and they won't go anywhere near me.
Wow. I
know, it's so funny.
It's
like,
funny. You must see all of that.
Yeah, like trying to explain to people like what it is that I do. Like when I was calling up Venue 360 this morning, trying to explain on the phone like what it is that I do and like who I am. And when you Google me, don't freak out like I'm a weirdo. And just to give me a chance and just like read the story and stuff. And luckily these guys obviously did, and you know that's why they've let us do this today. But there's a lot of places where they won't do that, or
I agree.
I'll turn up and they'll be like so put off by the suit that then I'm not welcome in.
Wow.
But do you know what? It's like this is part of like why I've decided to do this, is because, you know, like there's people that would turn me away without the mask. Like if I was in town with a bucket without the mask, I wouldn't raise a penny.
Yeah, I believe you.
A penny, man.
I believe you, because people would just walk past.
Yeah, this is the thing. There's some like there was a guy yesterday who was walking past me, and he said, "You don't know what you are, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Deadpool, man." And he was like, "No, you don't know what you are." And I was like, "Well, I'm pretty sure I do." So no, you don't. You don't know what. And then he was walking down the road and just kept shouting it as he was walking off. And the
negativity,
thing is,
man.
Yeah, you're gonna get some people like this,
absolutely.
Yeah? And I just see it as like, you know, I'm gonna ride the rough with the smooth, man. If some people are gonna be put off by me, I'm a bit sad that like I do that to some people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, compared to the kids that go bananas when they see me,
wow, mom, Deadpool.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
There you go,
that then it equalizes the balance.
That is priceless. That stuff there is priceless. Forget the negativity. That stuff there is priceless, brother.
Like, bro, could you imagine when we were kids, yeah, if there was some guy doing this, yeah, and like,
I'll go running up to him.
Yeah,
I'll kid you not, I'll run up to him. I'll be like, bro, Dad, what's going on?
And then could you imagine if then you saw him again and you remembered who you were?
Yeah.
Can you, how special that would feel to you as a kid?
Yeah, as a kid.
And I get to do that for kids, man.
That's amazing, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Respect,
that makes,
man.
it makes
Honestly,
me so
man.
happy.
That
makes me so happy.
Amazing, man, what you do, man. Honestly,
yeah, but
it's fantastic.
You know, it's like that is the thing that I'm doing this for. Like, I'm not doing this for, like, it is so cool that I get to do a podcast and stuff and meet really cool people like yourself and chat to people and
Thank you, man.
But like, and you know, the raising the money stuff as well is just so cool. But the core thing of why I'm doing this is because I really, really believe that the only way that we change anything in the world is by making the kids better first.
100%, man.
Yeah, like,
I agree. The next generation.
Heal them first, because then, you know, there's a lot of pain. And like, I talk to some parents who are going through some absolutely crazy situations where, you know, they've got people involved in their lives that are just ruining them or just being violent towards them. And that kid is just growing up in that world and
witnessing all of that.
Yeah.
And it's trauma.
Yeah, man.
And that's exactly what it is. It's trauma.
Like, you know, when I was growing up, that's what I had. I had that kind of life. I had a very traumatic childhood. And if all that would have helped me would have been for someone like this to have existed, yeah? If I was walking through town on one of the days where I'd had it really bad, and then I saw this, all of my problems would melt away.
I fully agree with you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's the only thing I can relate to with any
that's fantastic,
of these kids.
Man.
Is when I
Honestly,
I always put it in my mind, I'm like, you don't know what's going on for that kid, so you give your 150 million% for that kid.
Yeah.
Because that kid needs it, mate.
That's awesome, man. That's
maybe
awesome.
They don't, but maybe they do, and that's why I've got to be as big and as loud and as crazy and wild as possible.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep that, man. That energy, man. That energy is the energy that takes over, man.
Yeah, man.
All the positive energy will always take over the negative energy.
And do you know what? There's a problem at the moment because more and more people keep finding out my name, right? Which is like, this is becoming a bit of an issue, right? Because obviously the anonymity is so key.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can't. I tried to put out a video before where I said, if you do find out my name, just please keep it to yourself, because there's people out there that need this. Do you know what I mean?
100%, man.
Like literally, there's a guy that I speak to in town who walks up to me every now and then, and he'll say to me, "Just seeing you and knowing that you're here makes me want to try." And like, man,
Amazing, man.
if I don't exist, then what's he gonna feel like?
To be able to offer that to somebody, another thing is priceless, man.
Yeah.
It's fantastic,
I just want to say to anybody out there that finds out my name or whatever, you don't need to DM me and tell me that you know it. I don't care. I honestly don't care. But just do me and you a favor, because it's way cooler if you keep the secret. Do you know what I mean? If you find out and then you keep the secret, man, you're a gangster for life. And like, there's going to be so many good things that come your way because you're doing your bit to help me do my bit. You know what I mean?
100%, man. I agree, man.
I just wanted to have that.
No, that's good you said that. And I also just want to touch base on mental health, man, because a lot of men are suffering from mental health. Yeah, they're not speaking up about it. They're being told to man up. That is the worst thing to say to somebody.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing to say to somebody that's going through mental stress, personal problems, stressful, distress, maybe even suicidal thoughts. The worst thing to say to them is man up. Instead of saying, "What's wrong? How can I help? What is it? Talk to me about it."
Yeah.
These are the words that need to be said to the other person. But it's becoming a joke, man.
It's difficult when you're in, as a man, having friends with other men. It's like you can't tell them anything because you're so.
They'll start taking the piss. They'll start taking the piss. It becomes a joke to them.
Yeah, and do you know what?
This is what I wanted to speak to you about. Why don't we sit down, find out if we can get a place, a center, maybe a community center or anything, where we can get guys like that to come down and just take it off your chest, man.
I've got something.
Just take it off your chest, man.
I've got something.
Honestly, there's so much more to life than all that crap.
Yeah, trust me. I've got something like kind of in the pipework that's like that. After this, we'll talk about it.
All right, perfect.
But yeah, there's something in the background that's happening about it.
Dude,
anyway.
The suicide rate in this country of men from like 2018 to 35 is like 85% or something stupidly ridiculous like that. Men also need help. Guys, you need to speak up. Speak up. Say it. Take it off your chest. Scream, shout. Go do whatever you have to do positive to get out your system. And the only way I saw it when I was going through personal problems and distress and mental health and all of that was the gym. I kid you not. I went through fitness. I kept at it. I didn't stop. I fought my demons through it, man. And I'm just telling everybody that's going through it right now that fitness is one of the answers for it. It might not be all the answers for it, but it's definitely one of the answers for it, man.
Talking is as well.
Talking is another massive one to get it off your chest.
About fitness so much. I mean, I always find that if I skip a day of taking my dog on the morning walk and we go later on in the day, my day doesn't start anywhere near as good. Just that little bit of exercise, just walking the dog.
Early morning as well.
Right in the morning, yeah. Like that being the first thing that you do is go out and get some fresh air and some exercise.
Either run or walk your dog or whatever.
Your mental health, you start better. Yeah, your day might not be great still, but you start better. So that then when the worst stuff comes throughout the day, you're a little bit more prepared. And like you say, if you then instead, what I like to do is I take my dog for a walk now and go and hit the gym, right? And when I have a really painful session, right, where I'm hell for leather, going through as much as I can, afterwards, for the rest of the day, I have a glow about me where like nothing bothers me. Like, I don't, you can bring me.
That's because you released all that stress and
I don't care.
Anxiety and all of that. I kid you not, gym is one of the answers for it, man.
I think it's because for men, especially, you have
high testosterone levels.
Yeah, you look back as well during like throughout ancient history and what it would have been like to have been a man that was living in a hunter-gatherer society, right? You're looking at like every day is a threat, to your existence. So there might be an animal out there that's going to kill you. You might get ill of something. You might not have any food. You might run out of water.
How are you going to survive? The survival instinct.
Yeah, really serious problems, right? And nowadays we don't have those problems, but that part of the brain still exists.
Absolutely.
And and that part of the brain is like sort of, it makes you worry. It's like, it's that part. It's like your ego, right? Where you worry about things that are going to happen to you, or things bad happen to you. You take it worse because you don't have any real actual problems, like you're going to die tomorrow, or you don't know where your next meal is going to come from, or your child's starving, or
100%.
You don't have those problems. So instead, it manifests itself into anxiety and depression. And and do you know what? The best way to get rid of that is through physical exercise.
I fully agree.
It's like if you've got mental problems, you turn them into physical problems, right? And the mental problems go away. So the physical problem is is I've got to do 10 reps. I've got to do five sets, of 10 reps, right? And I've got to do this weight. And then by the fourth rep, it's really, the fourth set, it's really hard. And then you get into the fifth one, it's almost impossible. And do you know what? Just pushing yourself to that limit and then taking it off, all your mental problems are gone by the end of that. Man. And it sounds so simple, but that's because men are simple creatures, aren't we?
We are, man. We are.
We're really simple in like how we think and how we act. And we're quite predictable in our mannerisms, especially if you get to know somebody. You
yeah,
know how they're going to react.
The psychology, human psychology.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I fully agree.
So you know, I think that you're so right about the gym, and yeah, like I say, talking is
king, man.
Yeah.
I kid you not. When I was going through whatever I was going through, my personal, don't want to discuss it too much. If I didn't spill it out to one of my friends, I kid you not, I think I would have probably still been in that same mental mindset. Yeah. It's ridiculous, but bro, I just fought it, man. I fought it. You have to fight it, man. You have to.
You had that.
No, but you know what? I'm glad in a way I had that as well, because the few people that were close to me, they showed me what they were like as well. Yeah. So the people funny, that I did so much for that didn't show me appreciation back. Yeah. I'm glad I saw that appreciation didn't get shown towards me. Then I could just move away. I moved away 6 months. I've been so crystal clear with my head. So many things, so many more positive people in my life, so many people that want me to do better rather than need me to do something for them, but want me to improve in so many certain aspects. It's been unbelievable. I'm so blessed and grateful to God for putting me through all them tests. Honestly, man.
I'm so happy that you've had that happen to you.
Thanks, man.
You know, don't you find it funny that when you talk about your problems, that then
you laugh at them as well, man.
Well, the people you're talking to, they start telling you their problems, and then you start to go, "Wait, I'm not alone in this."
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not alone in this.
Everybody has this.
So many people go through similar issues.
Yeah, and it's a problem like going to school. You know, there was things for me going to school where like I was really worried about in myself and in my mentality and like what was going on at home, and like my thing was that. Like, you know, I wasn't being listened to at home, so I believed that no one would listen to me at school. And because like nobody was talking as well, like it wasn't like, you know, I would sit down with mates at lunch and then we'd start saying about how sad we are about stuff. We would just talk about football. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Likewise. I'm a Manchester United fan.
Oh, big up.
Is that you?
Yeah, Luton,
we're going on Trafford.
Luton and United.
Luton and United, all the way, man. Die hard, lifetime. Luton, obviously, because born and bred, but Man United because my old man used to support them when I was young.
Oh man, my nan, she grew up supporting them because of the Busby days, you know, the
of course.
Air crash. So when that happened, like there was an outpouring of support in the country.
Yeah, of course.
And my nan just latched on to
because like the whole team, it was just whole team, man. Yeah, I think it was like one or two.
It was horrible. Yeah, Bobby Charlton survived. Yeah, I can't remember all.
Wow, man.
But there were some really big players that died in that play, man. But, but yeah, no, like, what was I saying? Yeah, no, about mental health stuff. So
I want to help you. If you're gonna run a group or whatever, we'll discuss it afterwards. But I definitely want to be a part of it, man, and help you out and speak and tell them that you know what.
What do you think about meditation?
Bro, you know what? Obviously, meditation for me. I'm a Muslim. I pray. That's my meditation. We do it 5 times a day, and that for mental health and any other problems you have as a Muslim, that is the best cure. As a Muslim, we believe that is the best cure. We pray, bow down to God. It cures the soul, man. Like so many people, I kid you not, I wouldn't be able to tell you this if I haven't done it. In 2019, I took my parents to pilgrimage. And I kid you not, it was one of the most sensationalist feelings. I can't describe it. That's how good it was. I cannot describe it. People were white, people were Chinese, people were black, but they were doing the same thing, praising God. Everyone was so polite, so nice. It felt like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how good it was. And then I started obviously doing a bit more research and stuff. And I saw why Muhammad Ali went, Malcolm X went, and all these guys also went. And it's just beautiful, the oneness there, man. And I kid you not, for purity of the soul and mind, prayer is the best thing, man.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not a religious person at all.
Right? I'm not 100% religious myself.
No, but do you know what? I'll go on a pilgrimage.
Mate, trust me.
I'll 100%.
It is the best thing I did.
I do believe in that. There is something about being in, like, say for instance, when you're in a holy building, right, and everybody's singing or everybody's praying or everybody's just doing the same thing. There is a oneness that gets created between all them people, and you leave feeling so happy. And it's like, this is another part of what my mental health thing is, right? Because I'm not religious, but I try to I try to involve myself in community things because I know that that is a strong part of like why religions are so good. Because the community side of it is like it gives so much to each person
Exactly.
within that community, and just being a part of it. Like the other day, I went and I was coming down the escalators in the mall. You know where the big tree is.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had a choir there.
yeah.
Right, so I just went
Oh
over.
yeah, I saw that. I
Yeah, I
saw
went
that.
over. I
That
just started
was
singing.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah, it
really
really
good, man.
funny.
They loved it. I think the
Yeah,
kids,
they did. They asked me
kids
to
must have
join. I
loved
said
it. There you
yes.
go.
I said yes to him. Like, I'm not. Look, man, I'm not gonna stop believing in anything anytime soon. Or
Yeah, of course.
I'm on a journey, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'm
God
just
got his plan
enjoying.
for you. Just put it that way.
He's got. Yeah,
God's got
I
a plan
feel.
for you.
Do you know? I feel like.
You're so blessed right now, you don't understand. Look how much
Yeah,
community work you do. Look how much charity work you do.
yeah,
Not everyone is blessed with the opportunity, Deadpool, to
yeah. I
do
know.
half the things you are doing for the community. Do you know that?
I
Not
know.
everyone's got the time as well, man.
I know.
You
Well,
make time for it. You must have your
I'm very
professional
lucky.
career and all of that as
Well,
well
no, this
on
is
the
the thing.
side.
Like, obviously, I before this, all this stuff, I was an electrical engineer, and I
Oh, there
made
you go.
quite a good wage back then. And I've sort of like, without going too much into like how I live and stuff like that, I've got my means of being able to keep myself just about afloat,
Yeah,
where I can get my kids stuff and I can feed myself and all of the
excellent.
real basic things. Yeah, I cannot go on holidays, right? Like I'm not that. I can't like go out and buy like really nice clothes, or I can't go and get a new car, or there's no chance of me buying a house. Do you know what I mean? But I'm happy with what I've got, and I've managed to find a way where I have as much free time for whenever I want.
Wow, that's
Which was like,
fantastic, man.
this is going to sound so silly, but when I was a kid, I decided that when I was turned 30, I would retire. Right? I said I'll never ever work for another
Wow.
human being again after I turn 30.
Okay.
And I've done it.
Wow, man.
I've done it.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I know.
I wish I made that objective
No,
as well,
mate.
man.
Listen, yeah. This is all part of my plan, right? Is because you're currently in like phase one of Deadpool, yeah. Because phase one is where I'm doing all this community work, and I've not got two pennies to rub together during this time, right? But I'm doing all the work, and because I don't have the money to do it, I think it shows more sincerity. So people can believe in it more and get on board with it more. So this is like the kind of the crowd building phase, yeah.
100%.
And the next phase is when I complete my university course because I'm doing economics, yeah. I'm
Well
doing
done,
a
man.
degree in economics.
Excellent.
And
Are
once
you doing locally?
no, I'm not. I'm doing it online.
Okay,
But,
okay. Yeah, that's fine as
just
well.
because it's easy, because then I can keep doing Deadpool stuff as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm doing the economics course, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to set up a charity when I'm done,
Fantastic.
and I'm going to give free financial advice, and I'm going to move money for people to make them rich, basically. And I'm going to do it for anybody that is below a certain threshold. So and then as time goes on, and then Luton starts to have less of those people, less people below a threshold, I'll raise the threshold so I can help more people.
Excellent.
And I want people in Luton to own their own houses. I want people in Luton to own their own businesses. I don't want like to have the brand names or anything like that here. I want to go to a local butcher's, and I want to know that he's taken care of. Do you know what I mean? And that I've helped him as well to make sure that he can keep going with his business. He doesn't have to worry if the price of meat goes up and it's going to affect his rent, and I'll pay his rent then. Like, that's what I want to get into a position to be able to do. There's a lot of philanthropists around the world and entrepreneurs who are doing this already. There's a couple of people on Instagram who literally just give out cash,
Wow.
just free and easy. So, the reason why I'm doing the economics course is because I've always been kind of good with stocks and shares.
Excellent.
And that's kind of like one of my things that keeps me going. But I'm not good enough to become rich off of it, right? So once I just want to have the knowledge through economics before I really dive in and take advantage of that situation. And then once I've got myself into a good position and I can set up my charity, then you're going to see a side of Luton that you've never seen before, because people are people.
This is what I post about Deadpool.
Yeah.
What a fantastic human being. You see that?
Oh, thank you, man.
People,
well, listen, look, this is why though, because what it's gonna do.
Mate, listen, I think this is like the 10th handshake. People like you are needed more in Luton town, man.
Well, this is what's gonna happen, because think about it like this, right? we have a town filled with brilliant people, yeah? And in every sector, like it doesn't even matter what sector you think about, whether it's in the food sector, whether it's in the tech sector, if it's in the industrial sector, if it's in the public sector, if it, like whatever it is, wherever people are working, we've got so much talent. It's insane. Could you imagine if people didn't have to worry about the heating? Could you imagine if people didn't have to worry about where the next meal was coming from, what they could achieve? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to unlock for people because we are getting further and further away from the government helping us. Right? We need to. This is as far as I see.
Inflation,
Yeah.
taxes, energy bills.
Yeah. I mean, unless we get someone like you who's got a good heart to get up in there and shake the tree and get all the apples down for everybody else here. You know, it's not gonna necessarily happen in the short term. No, exactly.
Big push.
And the only way it's going to happen is if there's more people like us all pushing in the same direction, yeah? So we can push all these corrupt people who are taking from our mouths and from our children's mouths, and we can push them off the edge and get rid of them, and we can just start a whole thing all anew, where we all just help each other, where it's all about community, where it's like, you know, we forget about greed, we forget about watches and cars and like living flash lifestyles, and we can leave all of that in the past and just realize that, you know, the only thing that matters in life is your home, yeah? Like, and man, if we can make our home the entire town, rather than it just being you in your house, yeah, forget about just you and your house. What if it was you and your whole street and everyone was taking care of each other? Like when I was growing up, man, everyone in my street knew me.
I was just going to touch base on this, yeah? So
yeah.
About 15, 20 years ago, Luton, as a community, due to the elders, that they had morals, respect, etiquette, the town was much better as one during them periods. I'm talking early 90s.
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah.
That was probably the best time to live in Luton. Right now, I'll be honest with you, I don't want my nieces and nephews growing up here because there's so much crime, so much knife crime, so much crap going on. Social media is absolutely off the hook. You can't even stop a kid from using it nowadays.
Yeah.
You go into a house, the first thing you see is either someone on their phone or the
But do you know what, mate? That people are craving for community, and the reason why I know this is they've not been able to experience it really at the moment.
Back to parents, man. Because even then, when we had elders like that, good elders taking care of the community, ensuring so many things weren't happening and preventing so much evil from occurring during that time. Them elders are old, half of them are gone, passed away.
Yeah.
You know, the next generation didn't
this is the thing.
on the morals and the etiquette. And
I think because people can't be bothered to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like I went to an event recently, yeah, where this lady, I won't name who it is because I don't want to shame anybody or whatever, but this lady, she set up this event and she had about 5 different people that were supposed to be helping her to set it all up.
They didn't turn up.
No, it was just her by herself. And do you know how many times that happens? Like when I go somewhere and someone's like, I'm so stressed, I'm by myself, everyone's cancelled on me, I don't know what to do. And like they pour so much effort and time into it. And do you know what? It's like
my lifetime initiative.
Yeah,
it's all right, you keep it moving, man.
But there's so many people who just go, oh, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to let you down last minute. And because of that, it's
they don't
like
understand all the organising, the running around, putting all the dots together you've done.
Exactly.
They don't appreciate that, but because they're lazy or tired or can't be bothered, should we say, they let you down.
Yeah, and I just think that, you know, part of getting people to stop being like that is to get them to be involved with the community. And the way that I'm trying to do that is by making it cool to be doing events. Do you know what I mean? Like, so Diwali in Luton, man. Oh my gosh, that was insane. Off the hook, insane. It was such a big party, and like, there was like, I don't even know how many people were there. It looked like easily 1,000 people out in the crowd, man. It's absolutely crazy. And like, by me being there, I got to expose that to people that might not have ever gone to it, right?
Exactly.
Hopefully next year, then people are going to come. And then they'll tell their friends, and then they'll tell their friends, and then it'll become even a bigger thing. And it's events like that, like big up to Fahad, by the way, yeah, who is one of the organisers there. He put on such a good show that day. Like, there's certain events like that where if that's the thing that's going to make our community really strong, because you're going to go to places like that and you're going to go, oh, I know this person, and then you're going to have a great time with all them people. You're going to build memories and friendships, and you'll meet new people, and like, you know, it'll be the thing that like kind of takes over Luton, and it makes people think, I want to make that event better. Like I want to maybe like, you know, they go to one of the tidy up sessions that Luton Bid or ABCD in Luton put on. And then after that, they'll want to do their own street, and then they might organise their own street to do it. And like that's how it all starts, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Great,
like,
man, honestly, so much good work carried out by yourself. More people like you in Luton, man.
I hope
Honestly,
so.
man,
I hope
but
so.
It's been fantastic. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
This has been the best.
It's been a pleasure. And guys, look out. We are going to be London Luton Airport. Deadlift with Deadpool for all the airport staff. It's going to be fantastic. Keep an eye on it. Coming in the new year. All for you.
I can't
Thank
wait.
you so much, guys. Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for coming on, Junaid, man. Seriously,
cheers, man,
you've been wicked, and I look forward to all the mad stuff that we're going to do next year. It's going to be sick.
Together, man.
It's going to be sick.
Guys,
all right, wicked.
Thank
you so much. I love you, Luton. See you soon. Bye. Mate, that was awesome. You was natural.